going through your mind right now?
I mean, it's great. It feels like home, like you said. So it's nice to be back in our space and know it truly is ours, right? Not that GMS wasn't a great facility last year, but like I said, this place just feels like home, and so it feels so good to be back here.
Assuming you do pitch tomorrow and the newborn is not here and ready to meet this world. What will it be like for you to be back on that mound for so many days? 561 today, I guess 560 tomorrow, for you to be able to throw on that mound again?
Well, it'll be 72 and, pretty nice temperature control. So that'll be a good place to start. But no, I mean, it'll be great. I think if you were to talk to any pitcher here who's thrown in the Trop, they love it. They love pitching here. And so, to be back on the mound that the majority of my outings have come on there's comfort to knowing everything that goes on out there, and so we don't have to worry about rain, we don't have to worry about delays, we don't have to worry about postponements or cold or hot. Everything is controlled, and it is a blessing to be back in this place.
Sometimes you don't know what you have till it's gone.
I think I missed it the day I found out we weren't going to be here. I think I knew I had a pretty good understanding.
But what makes this place so special to you?
A lot of good memories, a lot of highs, some lows, but a lot of highs. This place just means so much to me. I think it embodies the organization as a whole, which is something special that I hold near and dear to myself. And so there's the opportunity to be back here after everything that the organization has been through, everything that this building alone has been through. And I know countless hours were put into getting this place ready for us to roll again, and thankful for everyone who played a part in getting this place, back to operational. And it's, it truly is incredible to be back here so quickly.
You're really good friends with Shane. What does it mean to him to get this start today?
Yeah. Well, he's cracking jokes in the back right now, so I'd say he's right where he needs to be. Florida is home to him, and this is the only home ballpark he's ever known as a player. So, I think for him to kick it off here for us is it's poetic, and it's a beautiful thing, and I don't think there's anyone more deserving for the opportunity to get to throw tonight.
Taylor was kind of talking about his leadership qualities that he's kind of gained a little bit because of the things he's gone through. Have you noticed anything, a change in the way he carries himself at all?
Yeah, I think there's just gratitude, right? I feel like when you go through tough circumstances, you just have a better perspective on everything, and so I think just the opportunity to get to play is all he's really thankful for at this point, right? Where I think when you're in the ebbs and flows of a normal season, you can kind of lose that perspective, and so just for him to have the opportunity to be back on a mound is special, but then for him to still be with us and have the opportunity to compete here tonight is going to be, it truly is special.
What do you think of the way the locker room looks and stuff?
I've mentioned a couple times, these new lockers are incredible, but they're a little tall. The stuff up at the top's a little tough for me to get to. But no, they look incredible. They are awesome. But no, the clubhouse is in great shape. They actually expanded our weight room. They gave us more space back there. It's unbelievable what they've done to this place, and just grateful to call it home again.
Do you need Joe Boyle to be your best friend?
Well, he was the first one I mentioned. I said, he came up to me and he said, what do you think about it? And, how has it changed? I told him the lockers were, a little bit taller than I remember. And he said, actually, I think they're perfect height. So, that's where we're at right now.
Just how would you assess the first road trip of the season?
It's early in the year. Played well at times, played poorly at times. Some stuff that we need to get cleaned up for sure. But, every team in baseball is somewhere around 500, it feels like. And so, I don't think we killed ourselves out of the gate. I think there were some things we could have done better. And like I said, they're going to get cleaned up. It's just what it is. It's just who we are and how we go about our business. So, I think we're in a position where, we can move forward and move on from some cold weather and get back to playing, our brand of baseball. And from there, especially with how the last 2 days went, it was really great to see how we finished the road trip, and now we've got a little momentum moving forward.
I can't imagine you're used to, 37 degrees and snow flurries to start a baseball season. How miserable is that?
Well, where I grew up, I would say that's spring, brother. So, but no, obviously there's some guys who grew up in warm weather areas, and that was a little bit different for them. But also, it is kind of the beauty of this game. You're going to have to deal with cold weather at the beginning and towards the end, but you're also going to have to deal with some really hot weather in between. So, I think one of the special parts about this game is you do have to deal with elements, and so, having the opportunity to experience it, I don't think is the worst thing ever.
What makes this Cubs lineup tough?
Experience is probably a great place to start. Right, you talk about, the middle of that lineup specifically, and they're all guys who have been there, done that. And, they make really good decisions in zone, which also, makes things a little bit more difficult. Not a ton of chase, but, it is one of those things where you do got to stick to the game plan. You got to continue to attack and continue to work ahead.